All right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. I hope you're all doing well. Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Rangers, meanwhile, playing the Kraken at the moment. With Vladimir Tarasenko making his Ranger debut, scoring on his second shift as a Ranger. Exciting to see. And, yeah, let's get into it. Artemi Panarin banged up here in our franchise for just a couple of games, but should be back soon. I believe he'll miss 2 more games? Yeah, Vesalainen on the top line. Anyway, let's... Oh, Jordan Eberle just got called for a penalty. High sticking. Anyway, as I got the game on my phone. This should be a good one in our franchise. These are the top 2 teams in the league. Obviously, my Rangers versus the Lightning. Lightning on paper, the better team, especially in net. And especially with Panarin banged up, going to miss again in a couple of games. Anyway, so we head to Madison Square Garden. Rangers 28-2-1, Tampa Bay 21-7-5. You watch the Rangers win in real life tonight. That'd be their 30th win of the year. That'd be 30-14-8. Seattle looking to keep themselves from going 0-3 on this East Coast road trip before heading down to Philly. Anyway, face-off win by Tampa Bay. Foot with the puck, sends it over to Kachuk. Kachuk back to Sergachev. He'll send it deep. Mika will give chase. And start back up the right side. Gives it over to Keandre Miller. Miller can't handle it, but Fox recovers and then gets it back to Keandre, who then starts up to Lafreniere on the breakout. Lafreniere back to Vesalainen. Vesalainen, a shot saved by Vasilevsky, and he holds. Rangers on the power play in real life with 2 minutes, about 2 minutes gone in the third. Zegras versus Stamkos to the right of Vasilevsky. Face-off won by Zegras back to Bouchard. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. Puck goes to Kucherov. He sends it back to the trapezoid. Sergachev there. Sends up to Kucherov, excuse me. He'll send it deep. Robertson will gather and send back to Coghlan in the trapezoid. And Mika Zibanejad makes it 5-1 New York in real life. His 26th of the year. It's a power play goal. Oh, you'll love to see it. And you feel bad. I think the Kraken, I think, are legit. They'll make the playoffs. Bouchard, a slap shot saved by Vasilevsky, and he holds. But I think the problem is that it's not easy going coast to coast, especially in hockey. And then especially, they were in Jersey just last night. They lost, I think, 3-1. So, and then you immediately play the Rangers and the Devils back-to-back nights. That is tough, as after this, the Rangers will do the same thing and have to head down to Carolina right after this, which is a big game because if the Rangers should win, they'll pull to within 6 of first place in the division. Zingle with the puck, hit by Runanen. Kajula over to Thompson. Thompson's pass intercepted, but it deflects back to Kajula after pinballing around a bit. Kajula trying to get it back to the slot. Dylan Strome does eventually gather it. Sends back to Thompson at the point. Over to Runanen. Runanen, a slapper, saved by Vasilevsky. McDonough, former Ranger captain, gets it up to Haula. Haula can't get by Thompson. Kajula gets the loose puck and sends it back to Runanen. Adam Fox and Chris Kreider, the assists on Zibanejad's goal. Hunt to Dylan Strome, has it knocked off his stick. Mitchell gathers, sends up to Radish. Up to Sorelli, knocked away there by Vesalainen. He passes up to Lafreniere as the Rangers go for a change. Joseph gets it, though, takes it away from Zibanejad before he regathers, and now up to Vesalainen, trying to squeeze between 2 defenders, but he gets pinched by McDonough. And McDonough in the corner now, kicks it around to Joseph. Cross ice now to Zingle. Zingle gets by Miller, moving in, back to Sorelli. Sorelli cycles it back to McDonough, down low to Sorelli. Back down low, poked away nicely by Shesterkin as Lafreniere will gather and give over to Keandre Miller. Miller now gains the blue line, sends it over to Zibanejad, can't get a shot off, it pinballs into the corner where McDonough gathers for Tampa Bay. He sends it over to Joseph and up to Carter. 7 minutes left here in the first period of a scoreless game. Carter up to Sorelli. Hit nicely by Miller, but maintains control. Puck now in the corner. Miller there. Kicks it around to Vesalainen, who shuffles it over to Fox. Fox up to Zibanejad. And back to Gauthier off the bench. Puts on the brakes, and Julien Gauthier scores! Vasilevsky was screened the whole way. You could see what happened there. And Julien Gauthier gets his 8th of the year as he takes advantage of it. Vasilevsky never saw it. It's 1-0 Rangers. You see there Vatanen and Braun screening Vasilevsky. As Nico Mikkola will go to the sim for the second time in his Ranger debut. Anyway, it's 1-0 Rangers. Zibanejad and Fox the assists. His face-off won by Tampa Bay. Tkachuk with the puck. One-time shot saved by Shesterkin. As Bouchard now can't get it out. Tkachuk keeps it in over to Kucherov. Moving into Tkachuk. Short side save by Shesterkin. And it's going to bounce in. They're going to say no goal. They're going to say Igor was interfered with on the rebound. Actually hits off the post. Yeah, Stamkos might have touched him there. Not sure for sure. And no, it's held up. It is not a good goal. Goalie interference. So Barron versus Stamkos now at center ice. The Ranger lead stays at 1. Face-off won by Barron, this time to Bouchard, and he sends up to the Ranger goal scorer, Gauthier, who then tries to pass to Barron. Does. Shot saved by Vasilevsky if it got through. Goodrow back to the point for Coghlan. Now over to Bouchard. Bouchard pinching in. Barron, backhand shot saved by Vasilevsky with the blocker as he got it going one way and the puck went the other. Tkachuk now hit by Barron, but he gets it to Stamkos. Stamkos on the left side. Up to Kucherov. Kucherov chased down by Coghlan, and Goodrow will handle the intercepted pass and send up to Bouchard. Bouchard can't get it out of the zone. Kucherov keeps in. Good forecheck for Tampa Bay. Puck is loose down low. Kucherov short side saved by Shesterkin, and Gauthier shuffles it up to Bouchard, and now back to Barclay Goodrow with about minute 5 left here in the period. Goodrow lets one rip, blocked in front, never got through. Foot hit by Zegras, and gets it up back to Derek Brassard. Brassard up to Perry. Corey Perry now moving in. Back to Brassard. Shot hits off the post. That's 2 pieces of iron already for Tampa Bay here in just the first period. They can't believe it. It's now McLeod versus Zegras to the right of Shesterkin. Face-off won by Zegras. Back to Keandre Miller. And with only a couple of seconds left on the clock, Miller will clear, and that will be the end of the first period. The Rangers get 1, though. And at the end of 20, here at Madison Square Garden, it's 1-0 New York. Rangers out shooting Tampa 7-4, out hitting them 5-1. Face-offs are 3 apiece. And Seattle gets a, is it a power play goal? Gets one right back. Jared McCann, his 24th year from Vince Dunn and Oliver Bjorkstrand. So 5-2 Rangers now in real life as Seattle trying to claw their way back into this game 6 minutes into the third. Zibanejad versus Stamkos, though, here. Second period underway. Face-off one back to Foot. Has it poked away by Zibanejad, and going back to retrieve it is Sergachev, and he sends up to Tkachuk. Tkachuk can't get by the blue line. Adam Fox takes it away and starts to break out for the Rangers. Gains the blue line. Tries to get it back to Zibanejad, but Tkachuk intercepts. Up to Stamkos. Hit by Fox. Lafreniere gets it back to Fox. And now Fox back the other way for New York. Moving in down low. Sends it back to Lafreniere and over to Keandre Miller, who lets it rip. Saved by Vasilevsky, and Foot keeps it away from danger as Vasi couldn't see where it was, couldn't find it. Now cross-ice pass to Tkachuk. And Tkachuk moving in down low into the corner. Swarmed by Rangers. Puck is there. And Tkachuk comes away with it finally, and Shesterkin has it and freezes it. Haula and Zegras now will meet to the right of Shesterkin. Radish and Zingle flank Haula. Sprong and Robertson flank Zegras. Face-off won by Tampa Bay. Zingle with the puck. Back to Foot at the point. Down low. Poked aside by Shesterkin. Zingle still in the corner. Feeds Sergachev pinching in. Shot goes high and wide. Foot chased by Zegras at the point. Now back to Sergachev. Dylan Coghlan with a nice interception. Gets it out to Zegras now. 3-on-2. Here come the Rangers. Zegras shot saved by Vasilevsky. And he will freeze it. With almost 6 minutes gone here. You see here it's Adam Fox bobblehead night here at the Garden. And quickly. Oh boy. The Kraken score 2 goals in 2 minutes. Ranger, don't spoil it. The Kraken just scored twice in 2 minutes. What do you mean we're going to win this thing? This game is far from over. Have you not been paying attention? As a pass over to Haula now. Haula hit by Bouchard. Taken away by Sprong and over to Coghlan. Now over to Robertson. Robertson back to Coghlan pinching in, his shot blocked. And it kicks to McDonough. You can't count 2 points before the game is over. I've seen too many blown leads in my life. No lead is safe in hockey. Not with a full period left to play, basically. I mean, there was 16 minutes left when they scored, and then they scored again a minute later. Strome back to Sprong. Daniel Sprong, a shot saved by Vasilevsky with 10.5 to go. This game is far from over. Ugh. Strome versus Cirelli to the right of Vasilevsky. And the Rangers have lost 4 faceoffs in a row here in the second period. This one up to Joseph now. He's going to get stood up by Lassie Thompson. And now circling back around is Runanen with the puck. He sends up to Hunt, who quickly sends up to Drake Caggiula. Caggiula in the right circle, shot blocked by McDonough. McDonough hit by Caggiula on the forecheck, but he gets it out to Joseph. Joseph back to McDonough, taken away there at center ice. And Hunt gets it, or tries to get it to Caggiula. Rangers will be offsides. Joseph now with the puck. Moving in, shot saved by Shesterkin, and he'll freeze it. Barron versus Stamkos. To the right of Shesterkin with 7:16 left in the second. Face-off won by Stamkos. Braun shot blocked by Goodrow. Shot save again by Shesterkin. Puck in the corner. Kucherov gets it up to the right side, but Gauthier intercepts for the Rangers. Fox now up to Barclay Goodrow. He's hit hard, trying to force it further deep, but Vatanen takes it away and sends it to Stamkos. Now to Tkachuk. Poked away by Fox temporarily. Puck kicks to the left circle. Moving in, shot saved by Shesterkin, 2 in a row, as Kucherov tried to slam the rebound home, but nothing doing there. As now Morgan Barron back the other way, leaves it for Goodrow, trying to feed Gauthier down low. Shot saved by Vasilevsky, short side. Gauthier, who has the only goal tonight for the Rangers. Stamkos versus Zibanejad now with 4:34 left in the second. Face-off won by Tampa Bay again. Foot with the puck, poked away, though, by Vesalainen. Again, Artemi Panarin hurt for the Rangers tonight. He'll miss a couple more games, as Tkachuk stood up by Evan Bouchard, and Lafreniere will now send cross ice. And Vesalainen will gather. He sends up to Lafreniere, and back the other way come the Rangers, 3-on-3. Vesalainen from the left circle, shot saved by Vasilevsky, and he freezes it again. Zegras versus McLeod. Again, the 2 best teams in hockey right here tonight. Rangers up 1-0 on a Julien Gauthier first period goal. Face-off won by Tampa Bay again. Foot, though, has it taken away by Robertson. Gets it to Zegras. Sends it around the net. Then back to Robertson. Robertson moving in. Shot save. Vasilevsky and Sergachev does a good job of clearing the rebound, but it's going to go as an icing with 1:40 left. Big save by Vasilevsky. Better job by Sergachev, though, to get that rebound. Otherwise, it would be 2-0 Rangers. Zegras versus Zibanejad to the right of Vasilevsky. Face-off won back by McLeod to Foot. He sends up to Derek Brassard, former Ranger, former Senator. He's been around the block. Hit by Thompson. Runanen gathers the loose puck. Sends up to Sprong with less than a minute to go. Daniel Sprong circling at neutral ice. Leaves a couple guys behind him. Moving to the right circle now. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. Thompson moving in. Overskates the puck. Foot up to McLeod now with only a few seconds to go. Long shot. His stick betrays him and splinters into a million different pieces as the period expires. So a scoreless second period at the end of 40 here at Madison Square Garden. It's still just 1-0 Rangers. Meanwhile, with 11:40 left in the third in Madison Square Garden, in real life, it's 5-3 New York. Rangers out shooting Tampa Bay 14-8, out hitting them 10-4. Tampa Bay won all 8 faceoffs in the second period. It's been a problem for the Rangers this year. Stamkos versus Zibanejad. Center ice. And Nico Mikkola is going to have his 3rd penalty of the game in his debut with the Rangers. A delay a game on Mikkola, and if the Kraken score on this power play, it's a whole new game. Zibanejad back to Lafreniere, and now back to Vesalainen. Kucherov picks his pocket before he can get the shot off, though. Back the other way come Tampa Bay. Zibanejad back to Miller. Miller back to Veselainen. Shot, short side save by Vasilevsky, and he holds. And I'm blaming you, Ramblin' Ranger 44, personally, if the Rangers blow this game in real life. Zegras versus Stamkos. Face-off one back to Foot. And back to Sergachev. Pass up to Tkachuk. Across to Stamkos. Moving in, gets it to Tkachuk. Taken away, nicely done by Dylan Coghlan there on defense. And Zegras gathers the loose puck. Moves in from the right side. Slap shot saved by Vasilevsky. Coghlan now moving in. Can't get a shot off as it's poked off his stick. Tkachuk back to Kucherov. Kucherov on the right side. Can't get by Bouchard there at the point. Spun around nicely as Robertson gathers and sends out to Zegras. Now up to Daniel Sprong. Sprong coming down the left side. Sends back to Coghlan at the point. Now over to Bouchard. Bouchard throws on net. Save. Rebound in the corner. Tkachuk keeps it away from Zegras. And now Kucherov. Smacked by Coghlan, and Daniel Sprong will gather with 6 minutes gone here in the third. Still 1-0 Rangers. Long pass for Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad moving in. Backhand shot saved by Vasilevsky. This is offhand as Sergachev gets the puck now over to Foot. And now up to Radish. Radish hit by Veselainen, and he takes it away. Nice play there by Veselainen, filling in for the injured Artemi Panarin. Sergachev up to Zingle. Now over to Haula, who gets laid out by Keandre Miller and has the puck, and he sends across ice to Alexis Lafreniere. Shot! Oh, what a glove save by Vasilevsky to keep this a 1-0 game. Haula versus Strome now to the right of Vasilevsky. Mitchell cross ice to Zingle. And then stood up by Runanen as Kajula will gather and send around the boards to Strome. And actually, sorry, he overskated it. I didn't even realize I thought he had the puck. He didn't have the puck. It's turned over by the Rangers, and Eric Haula gets his 9th of the year. So what happens, I'm trying to pay attention to the game in the game on my phone. So Tampa Bay scores and ties it at 1 here, halfway through the third. Radish gets the assist. Carter with the puck now, stood up by Miller. So a bad turnover in the Ranger zone leads to Tampa Bay tying this game. And now Dryden Hunt with the puck, sends it up to Dylan Strome. Now tries to get it across to Hunt and does, and fires. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. He's trying to get to Kajula, but Hunt backing him up. Got a good shot. Rangers out shooting Tampa Bay 20-9. As Morgan Barron versus Cirelli now to the right of Vasilevsky. 8:41 left in the third. Face-off one back to Mitchell. Chased down by Barron. Puck is loose. Barron has it. Tries to get it to somebody. Runanen offside. It deflected back to the blue line. Runanen could not keep it in. Barron was trying to get somebody to come back down low. He's trying to feed him on the doorstep. Barron versus Cirelli now. Face-off won by the Rangers. Gauthier, who has the only Ranger goal, wins it back and gets it over to Runanen. Or takes it back, I should say. Before McDonough takes it away from him. Ryan McDonough hit by Morgan Barron. McDonough now up to Cirelli. Sends up to Carter. Stood up by Runanen before Goodrow takes it away. Barclay Goodrow over to Thompson. Up to Gauthier. 6 minutes left here in the third. Gauthier moving in. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. And again, he freezes the puck. 5:49 left here in the third. Cirelli versus Zegras now. Rangers send out their second line. Face-off won by Tampa Bay. McDonough, though, hit by Zegras. Zegras gathers. Sends back to Sprong. Tries to kick it back to the point. And Cirelli comes away with it to Mitchell. Over to Joseph now. Less than 5 minutes to go. Joseph stood up by Fox. Zegras takes it away. Zegras moving in. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. And again, he will freeze the puck. Strome versus Haula now, who has the Tampa Bay goal. Face-off won again by Tampa Bay. Sergachev up to Zingle. And Zingle will send it deep. Thompson will cut it off, though, and bring it back the other way for the Rangers. Thompson up to Dryden Hunt, over to Drake Kajula. Back to Dryden Hunt. Hunt moving in. Shot deflected on net But Sergachev slowed it down for Vasilevsky to easily just move it aside. Sergachev, oh, turns it over to Dryden Hunt, moving in. Shot, save, rebound, and it's kept away by Sergachev. As now Dylan Strome gathers. His shot deflected on net, saved by Vasilevsky. Sergachev again turned over. The Ranger third line here has one heck of a forecheck going. As Foote gets it over to Zingle, and up to Radish now. Radish on the left side, stood up by Runanen, and Dryden Hunt will gather with less than a minute to go. 1-1 game here against Tampa Bay. Kajula now across the blue line. Kajula moving in. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. No rebound. And now the Rangers played their lines right because now the top line will come out in the last 46 seconds and try to get the game winner. Stamkos versus Zibanejad. Top line versus top line. Face-off won by Tampa Bay. Mitchell with the puck. Gets it up to Kucherov. The only shot this period on net for Tampa Bay went in. Adam Fox with the puck now. It's a very good check there at the blue line. Sends up to Vesalainen. Vesalainen trying to crisscross between the defense. Has it taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell now circling back to Tkachuk. Tkachuk over on the right side. Swarmed by the Rangers. Zibanejad takes it away. Can't handle it though. Tkachuk takes it back at center ice. Tkachuk trying to get by Keandre Miller. Swarmed again by the Rangers. Puck deflects to Alexis Lafreniere. 15 seconds to go. Lafreniere to Zibanejad. Tries to get it back to Lafreniere, but McDonough takes out Zibanejad and sends across to Mitchell. Now over to Kucherov. Across to Tkachuk. Tkachuk poked away by Miller. Miller now, and it looks like we are going to overtime. The two best teams in the league, 1 goal apiece. The Lightning find the equalizer, but that's it. And at the end of 60... it's 1-1 here at Madison Square Garden. Rangers out shooting Tampa Bay 26-9. Hits 21-5 in favor of Tampa. Faceoffs 19-4 in favor of the Lightning. Stamkos versus Zibanejad. Again, the Ranger offense makes sense, just not the same without Panarin in there. As Sergachev sends up to Stamkos. Stood up by Zibanejad, and here comes Adam Fox now. Adam Fox with Zibanejad. Shot saved by Vasilevsky. He took it himself after they took the pass away. Zibanejad gets hit and loses the puck to Stamkos. Stamkos now down along the left side. Chased by Zibanejad. Turns on the speed. Has it poked away by Vesalainen. 2 minutes gone here in overtime. Vesalainen up to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad now across the blue line. 2-on-1. Zibanejad a shot, and it goes high and wide. Kept in by Vesalainen. Down low. Cycling behind the trapezoid now. And Vesalainen, a shot blocked, gets his own deflection and shot saved by Vasilevsky with the left leg. Sergachev back the other way for Tampa Bay to Kucherov. Kucherov makes a move. Shot saved short side by Shesterkin. Zibanejad now back up to Vesalainen. Vesalainen trying to outskate Stamkos, but he can't. Puts on the brakes. Gets Zibanejad, oh, he threw it behind him. And again, that's what you have when you have a backup in there who has not had all the playing time. Zibanejad, though, gathers, shot save. Zibanejad has the only Ranger overtime winner of the year. Vesalainen now circling. Top of the slot, shot saved by Vasilevsky. Puck kicks into the corner. Vesalainen has it again. 90 seconds to go in overtime. Vesalainen circling. Shot save again with the blocker. Thompson now at the puck. The rookie, back to Zibanejad. Top of the slot, shot saved by Vasilevsky with the blocker. Oh, goodness, Stamkos finally gathers and gets it up to Kucherov. Kucherov now across the blue line. Lifts the stick, moves over to the top of the right circle. Top of the slot, back to McDonough. One-time shot saved by Shesterkin, and he freezes the puck. Rangers finally able to get some fresh forwards out on the ice. Haula versus Zegras. Face-off won by Zegras, back to Coghlan. Coghlan in the trapezoid. Sends up to Zegras now with Dryden Hunt on the left side. Hunt across the blue line. Zegras moving in. Shot saved, short side. Vasilevsky freezes the puck. Another thing, if this goes to a shootout, again, the Rangers' best shooter, Artemi Panarin, not available. Face-off win by the Rangers. Tkachuk keeps away from Hunt and sends up to McDonough. 40 seconds left here in overtime. McDonough across the Haula. Moving in down low. Moving in. Short side save again by Shesterkin. He tried to get him out of position, but a good job by Tsar Igor. As now Dryden Hunt will get over to Dylan Coghlan. As he takes a hit. Coghlan back to Zegras. Backhand poked away. Gets the loose puck, has it poked into the corner. Zegras moving, circling, cycling, looking for some help, looking for an open lane. 15 seconds to go. Zegras now, open ice, shot, save, rebound, Coghlan scores! With 12 seconds left in overtime, Dylan Coghlan wins it for the Rangers against Tampa Bay! Oh, it's an overtime game-winning goal! The Rangers win 2-1 here at the Garden and take down Tampa Bay! Zegras with the low shot, rebound, kicks right to Coghlan. He beats Vasilevsky short side, and that's all she wrote as the Rangers salute the Garden faithful. Well, this is the kind of game you'd expect from the top two teams in the league. But the Rangers find a way to win it in overtime, 2-1. Your number 3 star with a goal. The first goal of the game, Julien Gauthier. Rangers outshot Tampa Bay 37-12, out-hit them 25-6, 11 shots to 3 in the overtime period. Tampa Bay won 20 of 26 faceoffs. Your number 2 star with 3 hits and the game-winning goal, Dylan Coghlan. And I have to imagine that Vasilevsky is your number 1 star. In a game like this, it's typically one of the goalies. And here it is, Andrei Vasilevsky, 35 saves on 37 shots. Oh, yeah, and we know that Coghlan, obviously, Zegras got the assist on the Coghlan goal. Thomas Darcy, banged up for the Ranger defense in the AHL. I want to see if he's fully healed or if he's... Yes. So Panarin, fully healed. You'll love to see it. So a very different team when Panarin is in there. Absolutely. 100%. But Dylan Coghlan, what was that? His 6th goal of the year. An overtime winner. Big goal there for the Rangers. Again, you love to see it with less than 6 minutes left in the game in real life. So let's see. A rare Christmas Day hockey. The rarity for sure. As the Rangers hit the road and head to Arizona, of all places. Another good team. Having a good year this year, 16-10-7. Tampa Bay dropped to 21-7-6. So the Lightning do pick up a point, but now are 11 behind the Rangers for the top seed. Because the Rangers got 2. So, I'm trying to think if we should put in Oscar Gortz. Gortz is a big hitter. You kind of like to keep guys fresh. And obviously, he has a much higher potential, so we want to keep these guys cycling and moving around and see what we can do. And, you know, he's only 18. Want to make sure he gets plenty of games under his belt. He's only got 13 this year, so. Oh, and I think that ended Bouchard's point streak since we traded for Evan Bouchard. I think he had points, assists specifically. Actually, we can take a look here. Yeah, 8 assists. Oh, well, yeah, he had 7 games because that game he didn't have any points. 7 games with points for the Rangers since being traded, since being acquired. So, 7-game point streak comes to an end for Bouchard. Hey, let's give Gortz a start. Cross-country trip to Arizona. Give him a day or give him a game or two. And here we go. So, then you go, you see it. The Rangers much better with Panarin offensively in the lineup. It's a big jump. What's up, Jay? How's it going, buddy? Phone hasn't updated in a bit. I hope it hasn't, feels like a bit anyway. We'll see in a second. Stastny versus Zibanejad here in Glendale, Arizona. Face-off won by Stastny to Keller. He's a good player. He scored his 19th goal tonight in real life. Fox takes the loose puck away. I feel great about Tarasenko, Jay. I think this was, especially like they kept half his salary. You know, I'm not sure about this Nico guy on defense. He had 3 bad penalties tonight. As Zibanejad takes it back and sends it over to Miller. Under his just nerves. Fox a slap shot, and Adam Fox scores his 5th of the year. The Rangers strike quickly. It's 1-0 New York. When they're rolling, that's how it usually goes. Oh, good. Rangers drew a penalty against Seattle, so hopefully. Yeah, he scored on his 2nd shift ever, Jay. I saw it. It was beautiful. Absolute beautiful deflection on a feed from Panarin. Those guys are very familiar with each other. That top line of Zibanejad, Panarin, and Tarasenko now. The Rangers have 3 legit scoring lines now, in my opinion, as Chichurn loses the puck. Bouchard takes it away and sends it up to Zegras. And Zegras shot, and Trevor Zegras scores his 12th of the year. Miller and Zibanejad had the assists on the Fox goal. But yeah, no, Tarasenko, he's looked very good. The team as a whole definitely got a shot in the arm. You hate this. They gave him a couple of soft goals here in the 3rd, but hopefully with less than 4.5 left, they'll ice this one here. Bouchard, the only assist on the Zegras goal. Face-off win by Zegras back to Bouchard. Now over to Dylan Coghlan, who had the game winner against Tampa Bay in overtime a few days ago. As Trouba has it pucked away. Former Ranger Jacob Trouba. And now, oh, what a big hit by Sprong. Sprong, slap shot saved by Drider. And he holds. Trouba was traded to the Rangers. This is the first time facing his old team for a first-round draft pick, and also cleared up $8 million in cap space. Strome versus Raquel now. Face-off won by Raquel to Bertram. And it's helped. It's a big reason why Arizona is so good right now. As Miller, swarmed by white jerseys, still gets it to Raquel. Now Dylan Strome takes it and sends it over to Oscar Gortz. And now this kicks to Hunt, who pushes it to Kajula. Loose puck gathered by Runanen. And now Gortz sends it deep as Bertram will intercept and start back the other way with Gunther. Firing that around. Gunther. Wrestling fans. Big hit there by Runanen. Hunt stays on side and gets it to Kajula. Shot saved by Drider, and he holds. And, well, there goes the power play as Chris Kreider now called for tripping. Dang it. Strome versus Shen now. To the right of Drider. Face-off won by Strome. Back to Runanen. Runanen moving to the slot. They doesn't get through. Hit off of somebody. Strome then pushes it towards the net where Drider will hold and freeze the puck. Trouba, 6 goals in 40 games for Arizona. Shen versus Barron now. To the left of Drider. Drider. Face-off won by Barron to Miller. Keandre Miller's shot hit off of somebody, and it kicks to Julian Gauthier against the boards. He pushes it back to Miller. Miller can't quite get it across the Fox as Saad knocks it off his stick. The Rangers do recover eventually at center ice. Gauthier now sends it across, and Miller will take it, and up to Goodrow. Barclay Goodrow on the left side, down towards Barron. Shot saved by Drider, and he holds. Ricard Raquel, you see there, leads the Coyotes in points with 12 goals and 16 assists. Shen versus Zibanejad now. Face-off won by Mika. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard circling. Gets a lane. Shot saved by Drider. Timmins sends it up to Saad on the left side. He's going to get hit by Coghlan as he sends it deep, and Bouchard will cut it off for the Rangers with 9 minutes left in the first. Fox and Zegras with a goal each. As now Artemi Panarin moving in on the left side. Panarin, a shot saved by Drider. Saw it all the way, and he holds. As you see there, the league-wide standings. Sarle versus Zegras. Face-off won by Sarle as Sprong, though, intercepts and takes it away. Daniel Sprong, short side, shot, save, rebound. Save again by Drider on the backhand by Robertson. The Rangers trying to move quickly here. Sorella versus Zegras again. Second line versus fourth line. Face-off won by Arizona. Kerfoot with the puck. Kerfoot at the blue line, hit by Runanen. Daniel Sprong sends over to Gortz. Gortz now tries to find Robertson. Instead, he goes all the way down to Dreider, who gets it back to Kerfoot. So a bit of an errant pass there from the young defenseman. Sprong takes it away, though. Shot saved by Dreider, doing the splits on Zegras. Oh, it looked like Hedel in real life tonight. As Sorella gets laid out by Gortz, Zegras gets the puck over to Gortz, and then he sends it up to Sprong on the left side. Sprong cutting in, can't get the shot off. Timmins takes it away. Timmy! Back to Chichurn and up to Stastny. Stastny on the right side, hit by Runanen, as Trevor Zegras will gather. And send up to Panarin. Over to Sprong. Sprong puts on the brakes, circles back around, shot, and Daniel Sprong scores! His 9th of the year! With 3:36 left here in the first, the Rangers are up by 3. Looked like in real life tonight, scoring 3 goals in the first period. So Sprong from the, well, left circle by our vantage, Dreider's right. Able to hit the far side of the cage, and in it goes. It's now Stastny versus Strome. Panarin gets the primary assist. And Zegras gets the secondary one, as this is won back to Miller by Strome. Fox with the puck now moving in. He's got a goal tonight. His shot, and Adam Fox has a 2-goal night. He just snapped it on home. He now has 6 goals on the year. I believe Miller and Strome will get the assists. Adam Fox is just like, the Rangers want him to shoot more, and he's shooting all right. It's 4-0 New York. 3 minutes left in the first faceoff, one back to Chichurn, gets it over to Trouba, who you know wanted to have a better night tonight against the Rangers. A lot of his old teammates. Is Strome moving in now to the left side, shot saved by Dreider, and he holds with 1:53 left in the period. Brian Lindgren scores for the Rangers, his first of the year in real life. It's now 6-3 New York. So that should be the nail in the coffin against the Kraken. Face-off won by Arizona. Trouba has the puck and sends up to Keller. Keller stood up by Bouchard. Bouchard to Barron to Coughlin, who sends it up to Barclay Goodrow, who sends it back to Morgan Barron. Barron gains the blue line. Barron moving in, shot saved by Dreider. With 17 seconds left here in the period. And already Adam Fox is a goal away. He could have had almost had a first period hat trick. Raquel versus Barron. To the right of Dreider. Face-off won by Barron, back to Runanen. Runanen moving in, shot saved by the Arizona netminder. Oscar Gortz averages 3 hits a game. He has been absolutely dominating whenever he plays. Barron sends back to Runanen, now back to Gortz. Gortz throwing towards the net, goes wide. Trouba will find it and clear, and that's the end of your first 20. So at the end of 20 here in Arizona, Merry Christmas! Rangers up 4-0. Out shooting Arizona 15-0, out hitting them 9-2, face-off 7-7. A highly offensive game. Stastny versus Zibanejad now as we get ready for the second period of play. Face-off one back to Chichurn. Up to Schmaltzy. Schmaltz puts on net, saved by Shesterkin. First time he's been tested tonight as Miller gets it to Panarin, who shuffles it over to Lafreniere. Lafreniere moving it back, pushes it to the point for Miller. Back to Lafreniere. Shot saved by Dreider. Puck kicks to Zibanejad in the corner. Circling back around, looking for Lafreniere, and Lafreniere scores! Oh, a pretty pass by Zibanejad. A better backhand by Lafreniere. And it's 5-0 Rangers. Alexei's 12th of the year. It's a shame he doesn't do this as too much in real life. He does okay. Hopefully he'll get better. He's got a lot of pressure on him. The kid's got a lot of pressure. Anyway. Zibanejad obviously gets the primary assist. And Miller gets the secondary one. Zegras wins it back to Bouchard. Now over to Coughlin. And up to Robertson. Nick Robertson along the left side. Puts on the brakes. Back to Coughlin. Over to Bouchard. Throws it towards the net. Goes high. And Stastny gets it away from Bouchard. Can't get it away from Zegras, though. but it does kick to neutral ice. And now back to Trouba. Jacob Trouba, cross ice to Keller. Stood up by Bouchard. Bouchard sends it back to Coughlin. And up to Daniel Sprong. Sprong to Robertson. Shot saved by Drider. And he holds. Tried to go 5-hole there, but nothing doing. Raquel versus Strome now to the left of Drider. Drider? Drider. We're going to go Drider. We're going to stick with Drider. Like Drider. Like Dreidel. Or Drader. Drader? Like Dreidel? Drader? Miller shot blocked. Back to Jacob Trouba. Poked away by Kajula. Puck is loose. It's a race, and Kajula wins the race. Drake Kajula sends it back to Strome. Shot saved by Drader. Oh, what a shot by Drader. What a save by Drader on a beautiful setup by the Rangers on a bad turnover. And now Oscar Gortz absolutely lays out Miller with 6.5 gone here in the second to force the turnover. Runin with the puck. Up to Dryden Hunt, who stays on side. Back to Dylan Strome, who misses high and wide. Raquel with the puck now against the boards. Leaves it for Trouba. Up to Miller. Miller gains the blue line. Hit by Gortz again, though. Puck is loose. Gunther finds it. The Intercontinental Champion. Back to Raquel. It's a joke. Blocked by Runinen. Strome finds it. Kicks it around the boards. Back to Runinen, who pushes it further to Kajula. Kajula up to Oscar Gortz. Gortz on the left side. Hit hard. Clutterbuck. Cal Clutterbuck, former Islander, takes it away. By the way, the Ranger game has gone final in real life. It is 6-3 New York. Brendan Saad now. Hit by Runinen. Lafreniere gathers. And up to Strome. Poked away. Clutterbuck moving in. Back one-time shot saved by Shesterkin. With exactly 9 minutes left here in the second. That's a chance to get some fresh bodies out there. Shen versus Barron. To the left of Tsar Igor. Face-off won by Arizona. Shot blocked by Miller. Saad down low. Shesterkin finds it and freezes it. Barron and Shen to the right of Shesterkin. Face-off won by Arizona. Bertram to Soderstrom to Shen. Down to Clutterbuck. Poked away, but it goes back to Shen and kicks it over to Fox. Adam Fox with a pair of goals tonight. Moving in, top of the slot. Shot saved by Drider. And Timmins gathers it. Goodrow now takes it away. Tries to find a pass down low. Bertram intercepts and sends up to Schmaltz. Schmaltz hit by Fox. And the Coyotes are off sides. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Kerfoot with the puck. Has it taken away, but he gets it to Stastny. Puck is loose. Shesterkin finds it and squeezes it. There'll be another face-off, I'm going to say to the right of the Ranger netminder, and that is where it is. Stastny versus Zibanejad now. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Timmins shot blocked. Stastny down low, short side save by Shesterkin. Big hit in the corner by Mika Zibanejad to take the puck away. And Mika now finds a wide-open Panarin. Panarin now cutting across the Lafreniere, and Alexi Lafreniere lights the lamp. Oh, what a perfect feed from Panarin. Lafreniere goes up short side, and just like that, it is 6-0 Rangers. I mean, you could not have drawn this up better. Panarin, his second helper of the game. And Lafreniere gets his second goal of the game, his 13th of the year, and the Rangers are pouring it on. After they have a defensive game like they did against Tampa, not uncharacteristic to then have an offensive explosion. Stastny has the puck taken away by Sprong. Sprong gains the blue line. Sprong from the right side, shot saved by Drider. Robertson now moving in down low, backhand shot save, rebound kept away from danger by Timmins. Up to Keller it goes. Hit by Coughlin at the blue line. Sprong loses control of the puck. Timmins takes it away at center ice. Poked away by Bouchard, who then sends it back around to Coughlin. Coughlin up to Sprong on the right side. Sprong tries to get it across ice to Robertson, but Timmins gets it and intercepts it and sends it up to Schmaltz. Now across to Kirk. Now to Sorella. Sorella down low, knocked off the puck by Coughlin, but has it in the trapezoid. Good check there. No, one-timer in front, saved by Shesterkin. Hayton with the puck. Don't be a hatin'. It's Trouba, a shot block, never got through. Now a nice check again by Mika Zibanejad, as coming away with it is the Rangers with Robertson. Robertson over to Mika. Puts on the brakes. Gives it to Adam Fox. Moving in. Fox shot saved by Drader. Sorella gets it away from danger up to Sod. And that is the end of the second period. The Rangers, though, get a couple more. And at the end of 40, Fulton, Arizona, it's 6-0 New York. Now I can also see if the Knicks won. And they blew it. Bums. Oh, well. The Knicks are not as good as the Rangers. Wow. So, anyway. Oh, people are liking on Twitter the fact that I'm streaming. I will say something later. I will tweet something later. Man, my Twitter blew up and I had no idea why. Anyway, faceoffs 14-8 in favor of the Coyotes. Rangers out hitting the Coyotes 17-6. And total shots are 24-6 in favor of the Rangers. And, of course, they are up 6-0 on the scoreboard. Zibanejad versus Stastny. Face-off won by the Coyotes. That was a much better period for Arizona, at least not on the scoreboard, but overall. Rangers only outshot them 9-6 that period. As Alexis Lafreniere looking for the hat trick coming in. Alexis Lafreniere cutting to the net. Shot saved by Drider. But actually, that's Scott now. So they pulled Drider in between periods, and Scott, the backup, is now in. He makes the save. As you see there, Panarin with a pair of assists tonight, now up to 34 points. The Ranger leader. Stastny versus Zibanejad. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Churn with the puck. Over to Keller. Keller hit by Miller. DeAndre Miller, that is, and goes back to get it is Churn. As he sends up to Schmaltz, and the Coyotes will try again. Keller now with the puck. Moving in. Shot blocked partially. And Shesterkin shuffles it into the corner for Miller. And up to Panarin before it's knocked off his stick, and it kicks to Stastny. Stastny at his own blue line. Oh, taken away by Lafreniere! But he can't handle it, surrounded by all those Coyotes. But Miller comes in, keeps it in for the Rangers. His shot saved by Scott, And Stastny now along the left side up to Schmaltz. Schmaltz hit by Panarin, of all people. And Miller gets it over to Fox and back up to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad on the right side. Tries to get it back to Lafreniere. Maybe get the kid to Hattie. Instead, it's taken away by Jacob Trouba with 5 minutes gone here in the third. Trouba hit by Lafreniere. Sends it up to Schmaltz. Stood up by Fox, and Miller will send it back around the boards, where Fox will gather and start the breakout with some of the second-liners and Mika Zibanejad. Fox taking it almost all the way himself. Sends cross ice to Panarin from the point, put on net, but Trouba takes it away, blocked it nicely. And now Zibanejad back to Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller in the corner, kicks it around to Mika Zibanejad. Has it taken away, gathers it back, but then loses it completely at neutral ice. And Dylan Coghlan goes back and gives chase for the Rangers before sending up for Daniel Sprong. Sprong cutting cross ice with Panarin and Zibanejad. Sprong putting on the brakes. Cutting back, shot saved by Scott with the glove, but it kicks into the corner for Mika. Mika, top of the slot, shot saved by Scott, and he freezes the puck. So Adam Fox and Alexis Lafreniere both a goal away from the hat trick. We'll see if either one can cash it in. Raquel versus Zegras now to the right of Scott. Face-off won by Zegras, back to Bouchard. Bouchard shot saved by Scott. And Zegras now tries to bank it to Coghlan, but Gunther intercepts and sends up to Raquel. Over to Bertram. Bertram chased by Sprong and tries to send it deep. Robertson gathers. Sends up to Sprong on the blue line. Sprong cutting to the slot. Shot saved by Scott. He deadens it with the blocker and then freezes it in front of Zegras. Strome versus Raquel now, to the right of Scott. 8:43 left in the third. Face-off one back by Arizona. Gunther has it, but Strome knocks him off the puck. Good forecheck before Raquel takes it away from him. Cross ice to Miller. Miller on the right side, moving down low to Gunther. Shot goes wide. Shesterkin bats it back into the trapezoid where Ruunanen gathers and sends up to Dylan Strome. Strome on the right side, over to Kajula. Kajula's shot saved by Scott. And he holds the puck. You see their top 10 in hits. Keandre Miller ranks 9th currently in the league. Although, to be fair, if Gortz played every day, Gortz would probably be at the top of that list. Morgan Barron wins it back to Ruunanen, and he has it knocked off his stick. Gortz, speaking of which, will go back and give chase for the Rangers. Still looking for his first career goal. Has 4 assists in 13 games. Sends it up to Gauthier. Cutting in. Gauthier, shot, save, rebound. And Barron can't handle it. A Soderstrom kicks it off his stick and sends up to Shen. 5 minutes left here in the third. Shen stood up by Ruunanen. Gortz gathers and sends back up to Gauthier. Julian Gauthier on the right side. Puts in the break, sends back to the point. But Rangers defense was going for a change, and Coughlin is offsides. Shen versus Barron now. Neutral ice face-off. 4:18 left in the third. Rangers up 6-0. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Back to Bertram. Across to Soderstrom. Up to Shen. Back to Clutterbuck. Down low to Saad. Nice save by Shesterkin with the left leg on Brendan Saad. As Shen now back to Saad as the Coyotes keep in. Puck to Soderstrom. Nice tie up there by Goodrow. Puck deflects on net. And Shesterkin shuffles it over to Barron. Barron up to Gauthier, who gets it out of the zone. Moving in down low. Back to Dylan Strome. Shot, save, rebound. Soderstrom controls and gets up to Sorella. Sorella on the left side will send deep as he gains the center ice line. Evan Bouchard gets it with 1:15 left here in the third and the game. Bouchard up to Gauthier. Gauthier across the blue line. Cuts to the slot. Shot. Easy save for Scott. And he will hold as the Rangers will try to get some fresh bodies out there. 55 seconds left. Probably last chance here for Lafreniere and or Fox to get the hat trick. It's the only reason why they're out there. Sorella and Zibanejad. Face-off won by Mika. Back to Fox. Down to Zibanejad. Shot saved by Scott in the backhand. And he holds. Zibanejad versus Sorella. Face-off won by Sorella. And by Hayton does just keep it away from Panarin. Hayton over to Timmins. Timmins hit by Miller. Zibanejad gathers in the corner. Sends around to Fox. Fox tries to get it to Lafreniere. Oh, we're going to have ourselves a bit of a hit. Adam Fox got rocked. He seems to be okay, but Hayton and Zibanejad now. Fox's helmet popped right off, and Zibanejad went right to town on Hayton. Hayton getting rocked, and this is why Mika Zibanejad has 6 fights this year. Is part of the reason why he's one of the leaders in penalty minutes. Comes in, become a weird sort of enforcer for the Rangers, and lays out Hayton. Barrett Hayton. So they should just go to the locker room, honestly, as Barron versus Sorella with 34.5 seconds left to go. Rangers bring their 4th line out along with their 3rd defensive pairing. So that's it for the top guys. No hat tricks here in Arizona. Turnover, Kirk. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Goodrow will gather and gets it up to Morgan Barron, who gets it out of the zone and sends over to Oscar Gortz. Gortz gaining the zone. Back to Barron. Backhand shot, save, rebound. Oh, and the Rangers, Gortz came so close to his first career goal. It just sat there for the kid along with Gauthier. As Sorella can't get by, well, he does get by Ruunanen. Puck now kicks down low, hits the outside of the cage, and that's the end of the game. The Rangers come to Arizona. Merry Christmas! And win 6-0. Your number 3 star with 3 assists and 2 hits, Keandre Miller. Rangers outshot Arizona 37-10, outhit them 24-8. Faceoffs 20-11 in favor of the Coyotes. Alexis Lafreniere with a pair of goals, your number 2 star. I'm going to say Adam Fox is your number 1 star. And there it is, your number 1 star with 2 goals and 3 hits, Adam Fox. As the Rangers dominate the Coyotes. Oh, Carl Soderberg. He's only a 76. Meh. I would have probably if he wasn't a 76. No, sir. We will decline. We will decline. All right, so actually, let me just see how many games played. Yeah, Gortz has 14 now. Thompson has 17. Who else might need a day off? Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll give Bouchard a day off, I think. Right? We'll put in Thompson for a game. There we go. Lassie Thompson. We'll go into the second line. You know, trying to get... We got these young rookies. We got to develop them. You know, we got to try. So the Rangers head on down to Florida. Now, that's New York to Arizona to Florida. That's how you know the computer doesn't know what it's doing. And to be fair, the Rangers' best defense is when Bouchard is this healthy scratch, but he's a better offensive defenseman than Thompson and Gortz. So we try to keep him out. We do try to trot him out there. But here at the BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida, the Panthers 13-16-5. The Rangers now 32-1. We'll play at least 2 more games. Barkov versus Zibanejad. Face-off won by Barkov back to Forsling. Big hit there. Nicely done. Zibanejad, though, turns it back over to Forsling. Now Ekblad. Barkov coming down low. Short side. Saved by Shesterkin, and the rebound goes wide. As Fox now gets it away from danger. Lafreniere up to Artemi Panarin. Panarin down the right side. Shot saved by the netminder. Not sure who's in there. If it's Bobish. I forget his name. And Knight. Coming in, Fox shot save at the end by the Florida netminder. Panarin now, shot save again. Rangers some sustained pressure here as Forsling keeps it away from Lafreniere and up to Barkov. Bobrovsky, is it Bobrovsky or Knight? Or somebody else. Ekblad cross ice to Reinhart. 4 minutes gone here in the first. Reinhart laid out by Miller. Anthony Duclair, former Ranger. Hit a couple of times, gets it back to Forsling at the point. Down low to Barkov. Barkov, down low. Oh, and the beautiful one-timer, but it hits the left side of the cage. Or right side. Ekblad back to Barkov now. Beautiful setup by Barkov there, and on the doorstep, he hit the outside. As Robertson coming in now, his shot hits off of Forsling, and he gets it back to Smith. Smith on the right side. Laid out by Dylan Coghlan. As the puck now kicks to Robertson. He's going to send it deep, and it's going to be an icing as that pass was a misfire. Just shy of 7 minutes gone here in the first. Zegras versus Lundell to the left of Shesterkin. Face-off won by Zegras, back to Coghlan. Lafreniere still out there as he was caught on the icing. Lafreniere on the right side. Gets hit, knocked off the puck to Coghlan. Coghlan, a shot, rebound, it's in there in the top of the crease, and it is Knight in net, and he shuffles it over to Smith. Smith back to Severson, over to Verhaeghe. Is it Verhaeghe or Verhaeghe? Can't remember. I think it's Verhaeghe. Anyway, puck kicks to Zegras, and he tries to send it across, and he does get it eventually to Lafreniere, fighting at the Panther blue line. Surrounded, tries to push it back to Thompson at the point, but Verhaeghe takes it away and sends it up to Lundell. Knocked away by Thompson. Robertson gathers. Robertson moving in. Shot saved by Knight. Zegras, good forecheck. Finds it. Gathers. Sends across to Thompson. Thompson pinching in. Shot goes high and wide. Zegras keeps in again. Zegras moving in down low. Backhand shot. Rebound. Severson keeps it away. Robertson still has it. Lafreniere has an 11-minute shift going, by the way, and finally, he will be called off the ice. As you see there, Artemi Panarin, 20 goals, 14 assists, 34 points. Strome versus Heponiemi. With 8 minutes left here in the first. Strome wins it back to Ruunanen, his first shift of the game. Back to Dryden Hunt. Across the Gortz. Oscar Gortz lets it rip. Saved by Knight. Saw it all the way. As you see there, Barkov, 11 goals, 17 assists, leads the Panthers. Heponiemi versus Strome again to the right of Knight. We'll do it again. Face-off one, this time by Heponiemi to Lindstrom. Lindstrom up back to Heponiemi. Across the blue line, down to Tippett, back to Denisenko. Denisenko in the trapezoid. Nice block there by Gortz, but it deflects back to him. Big hit by Dylan Strome, and Kajula will gather and bank it around to Ruunanen, who then sends up to Dryden Hunt, waiting for it at neutral ice. Hunt and Strome, 2-on-2. Hunt moving in. Shot saved by Knight with the glove. And Dylan Coghlan has moved into the top 10 in hits, along with Keandre Miller. Morgan Barron and Bennett now. Face-off won by Barron, back to Keandre Miller. Miller to Gauthier, backhand shot saved by Knight. And we'll do it again. You see Adam Fox's stats, 6 goals, 15 assists. 4:39 left here in the first of a scoreless game. Face-off won by Barron, back to Keandre Miller. A shot saved by Knight. Good shot there as Montour keeps it away from Goodrow and gets it up to Niederreiter. Niederreiter on the right side, hit by Keandre Miller, separated from the puck. And Fox gathers in the corner. Now a long pass to Julien Gauthier at center ice. Gauthier down the right side, puts on the brakes. Shot, short side, saved by Knight. Smith with the puck, up to Lindstrom. Back over to Niederreiter. Niederreiter hit by Fox. Gauthier gathers the puck and sends it over to Miller, who pushes it to Barron. He loses it at the point, bad turnover. Millen regathers and sends it around back to Fox. Minute and a half left here in the first. Up to Barclay Goodrow it goes. He sends it over to Dylan Strome, fresh off the bench. Strome gets tripped up and nothing called. Then a big hit on Lindstrom to make up for it. He sends it over to Kajula, who can't handle it. And it's over to Lindstrom with 10 seconds left in the period. Lindstrom circling in his own zone. Finds an outlet pass to Niederreiter. Up to Smith. Smith at the blue line. Shot blocked. Period over. We go to the first intermission scoreless. At the end of 20 down here in Sunrise, Florida, it's 0-0. Rangers out shooting Florida 11-2, out hitting them 6-3, and have won 4 of 6 faceoffs. Barkov versus Zibanejad. Faceoff won by Barkov, back to Forsling. Forsling up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt at the point, hit by Fox. Fox now up to Panarin. Panarin, top of the slot, shot, and Artemi Panarin threads the needle. His 21st goal of the year, and the scoreless deadlock ends exactly 1 minute into the second period. It's 1-0 Rangers. Not sure if Knight was partially screened on this play, but Panarin uses his speed, cuts to the slot, fires top corner, and it is 1-0 New York. So Zibanejad versus Barkov now. Only assist goes to Adam Fox. Face-off won by Mika over to Fox, and he sends it over to Panarin, who loses it at the blue line to Barkov. And back the other way come the Panthers. Barkov gets by Lafreniere, and now back to the slot. Duclair, a shot saved by Shesterkin. He gathers and leaves for Miller. Miller, long pass up to Mika Zibanejad, who then leaves it for Lafreniere. Lafreniere cutting in, shot saved there by Knight. Mika Zibanejad now circling in the left circle, looking for Lafreniere, but it's knocked away from him, and it kicks to Anthony Duclair. An inch the other way, and Lafreniere probably lights the lamp. Forsling with the puck now, over to Barkov. Barkov down low, shot saved by Shesterkin, and Zibanejad gets the rebound out of danger, back up to Lafreniere. Alexis Lafreniere cutting in the left side, misses high and wide. Miller pinching in, can't handle it. Zegras, though, gets it, and then leaves it for Miller. Miller pinching in, has it poked off his stick to Ekblad. Over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe hit by Coughlin, and Robertson leaves it for Zegras. Now back up to Coughlin. Coughlin moving in, shot blocked, Forsling with it. Over to Lundell. Lafreniere, back to Thompson. Back to Coughlin, a blast, shot saved by Knight. And he'll freeze the puck. Daniel Sprong still hasn't had a shift tonight. Lundell versus Strome to the right of Knight. No fault of his own, Lafreniere just won't get off the ice. Face-off won by Strome over to Ruunanen. Ruunanen has it knocked off his stick as Verhaeghe leaves it for Severson. Severson can't get by Gortz. Good stick check there, but it bounces back to him off the pinball. Severson shot saved by Shesterkin, who finds it in the crease and freezes it with 11:43 left here in the third. Heponiemi versus Morgan Barron now to the right of Shesterkin. 11:43 left in the period. 1-0 Rangers. Artemi Panarin's 21st of the year. Face-off won by Florida. Hutton back to Severson to Tippett. Poked away by Goodrow. Puck kicks to Julien Gauthier, who can't get it out of the zone. Tippett now, moving in. Shot short side, saved by Shesterkin. Gauthier gets it away from danger. Back over to Oscar Gortz. Gortz with surprising speed. Sends it deep for Hutton, who's hit by Goodrow. Barron regathers. Sends back towards Goodrow before Denisenko takes it away and pushes it up to Tippett. Tippett now at the blue line. Hit laid out by Ruunanen. And we are going to have, they're going to call, what's that, elbowing maybe? Or charging. 2-minute charge on Tarmo Ruunanen. On Tippett. So a big chance here for the Panthers to tie this game back up. Rangers have killed 84.6% of their power play man advantages this year. Robertson versus Barkov. Face-off won by Barkov, back to Ekblad. His shot is blocked. It kicks into the corner for Lundell. Back down to Reinhart, poked away by Fox. Fox might have just saved that game-tying goal we were talking about. Robertson back the other way, short-handed, puts on the brakes, and throws it, tries to throw it towards the net, but has his stick lifted. Barkov now back up to Lundell. Lundell hit by Coughlin, and Coughlin will get it out of danger and over to center ice for Ekblad before Lundell. Lundell 2-on-1. Barkov, nice stick work there by Coughlin. And Barkov has it to Smith at the point. Brendan Smith moving in down low. Barkov short side shot saved by Shesterkin. And now up to Coughlin it goes. From the point, throws it towards the net, stick to side there by Knight, but it goes to Daniel Sprong. Sprong short-handed shot saved by Knight, and he leaves it for Smith. 20 seconds left in the man advantage for Florida. Smith to Lundell, stood up by Coughlin, and then hit by Fox. Puck kicks to Barkov, shot saved by, actually a save by Coughlin as he deflected it off his stick. Fox up to Sprong, we're back to 5-on-5. Sprong now down along the left side, puts on the brakes, cuts to the net, shot goes wide. Reinhart with the puck, has it poked off his stick, kept in by Coughlin. Coughlin now moving in by himself, shot goes high, might have been off the stick of Knight, as the Rangers will now regather their lines. And Strome versus Bennett, as Ruunanen and Gortz come out on defense. Face-off won by Strome, back to Ruunanen, over to Gortz. Gortz a slapper, saved by Knight, saw it all the way. 5:45 left here in the second. Strome versus Bennett. We'll do it again. Still 1-0 Rangers. Face-off won by Bennett, this time to Ekblad. He's hit by Strome on the forecheck, but Ekblad bounces off of him and sends up to Smith. Over to Bennett. Bennett hit by Kajula. Good forecheck by the Rangers. Kajula now circling, putting on the brakes. Shot, scores! Drake Kajula pulls the string and hits the far post for his 12th goal of the year. And the Ranger lead is now 2. Drake Kajula turning into a pretty nice little goal scorer here on the third line. Bennett versus Barron now at center ice with 4:14 left in the period. Kajula unassisted on the turnover. Barron wins the faceoff to Ruunanen. He sends it over to Oscar Gortz. Gortz gains the blue line, puts on the brakes, and then gets hit there and loses it to Bennett. Bennett chased down by Barron. Bad turnover. Here comes Barclay Goodrow by himself. Goodrow cutting in. Backhand shot, save, rebound. Good job by Knight as Forsling now takes the puck. Barron kicks it back to the point for Ruunanen. Runanen moving in. Rangers draw a power play. Puck kicked wide. Saved by Knight 2 in a row before finally being touched up. And now the Rangers will go on the man advantage as Giovanni Smith goes to the sin bin. Zegras versus Lundell to the left of Knight. Zegras flanked by Panarin and Lafreniere. Face-off won by the Panthers. Lafreniere in the forecheck. Hutton gets it up to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe hit by Adam Fox, and he gives it over to Panarin. Panarin over to Fox. Back to Panarin. Panarin can't get the shot off. Little indecision there as Zibanejad temporarily keeps in. Pressed the wrong button. Panarin now gathers and starts back the other way. Artemi Panarin up to Alexis Lafreniere. Lafreniere into the corner, down low. Turns on the break, sends cross ice. Looking for Zibanejad, but it goes out of the zone. 50 seconds left in the period, 52 seconds left on the power play. Fox now will gain the blue line, moving in. Fox, a shot saved by Knight. Panarin gathers the rebound in the corner. A bit of a passive box here for Florida as Panarin moves to the top of the slot. Shot saved by Knight, and he will hold with 17 seconds left in the period. Barkov versus Strome, flanked by Caggiula and Gauthier. Face-off one back to Ekblad. And Bennett with the puck. Will send up to Barkov. And back across to Severson. Hit by Coghlan. And Strome trying to go cross ice. And Caggiula scores! His second of the game with 0.3 of a second left. It's a power play goal! His 13th of the year. Oh my goodness. Strome, they forgot about Caggiula. They thought Strome was going to shoot it with no time left. Instead, he feeds Caggiula, who deflects it on net. It's 3-0 Rangers, and Caggiula gets his second of the game. What a shot by Caggiula! Strome, the only assist. The period ends as soon as the puck drops. But the Rangers light the lamp 3 times. Rangers out shooting Florida 25-7, out hitting them 14-6. And faceoffs are 9-8 in favor of the Panthers. Panthers, though, critically 0 for 1 on the power play. Rangers 1 for 1 as they scored with 5 seconds left on the man advantage and less than a second left in the period. Zibanejad versus Barkov. Face-off won by the Panthers. Anthony Duclair has it. Duclair hit by Fox. Lafreniere now on the left side has it taken away by Ekblad. Reinhart back the other way. Poked away by Lafreniere. To Panarin. Back to Laffy. Sends it around to Fox. Fox tries to get it to Lafreniere, but it kicks back to Fox in his own zone. And now Fox will take it across the blue line. Back to Lafreniere. Oh, he hits the crossbar. Lafreniere had Knight beat on a beautiful shot, wrist shot. And it hits the crossbar and bounces back out. Miller gathers for the Rangers. Over to Fox. Up to Lafreniere. Back to Panarin. Panarin now. Shot, save, rebound controlled by Ekblad. As now Reinhart back the other way to Lundell. Lundell hit by Fox. Miller gathers. Sends around the boards. And Fox is there and passes up to Daniel Sprong. Sprong moving in. Shot saved by Knight. Ekblad gathers the rebound. Spins away from Sprong on the forecheck and sends up to Lundell. Across to Smith now. Smith has it knocked away by Miller. And Daniel Sprong starts back the other way with Robertson. Robertson looking for Zegras. Good job by Forsling, kicking it with his skates into the corner and breaking up that one-timer. As now down low, Forsling sends up to Verhaeghe. And over to Lundell with 7 minutes gone in the third. Lundell, 2-on-1. Smith moving in. Giovanni Smith shot saved by Shesterkin. He shuffles it over to Daniel Sprong. Miller mishandles the pass. Lundell shot saved by Shesterkin. And Robertson now back the other way for the Rangers up to Daniel Sprong. Sprong across the center ice line with 8.5 gone here in the third. Puck kicks back towards neutral ice. And Tippett has it. 2-on-1. Tippett versus Thompson. Shot saved by Shesterkin, and he will freeze it this time. As you see, Drake Caggiula 1 goal away from the Hattie. He'd be a natty Hattie, too, if he scores the next goal. Strome versus Hepnoniemi now to the left of Shesterkin. Face-off won by Strome to Oscar Gortz. Gortz back across to Runanen. Runanen takes it across the blue line. Moving in, shot saved by Knight. And he holds. Heponiemi with Strome to the right of Knight. 9:53 left in the third. Face-off one back to Severson. Across to Denisenko. Denisenko hit by Runanen. Kajula now with the puck. Over to Gortz. Gortz, a nice little spin move there at neutral ice. Gains the blue line, got some guys on his tail. Sends it back towards Runanen. Tarmo Runanen a shot, saved by Knight. And he holds. Barron versus Heponiemi. To the right of Knight. 8:02 left in the third. Rangers up 3-0. Face-off won by Barron. Back to Thompson. A shot saved by Knight as he punches it into the corner. Heponiemi hit by Barron. Gauthier has it. Moving in down low. Now gets some room. Shot save. Rebound. Hutton clears it to Denisenko. And he gets it up to neutral ice. Denisenko gets by Thompson, excuse me. And then Barron gets it in the corner. And as Coghlan gathers. Passes up to Gauthier. Gauthier on the left side. Gauthier moving in. Shot saved by Knight as he leaves it for Hutton and shovels it up to Bennett. Bennett stood up at the blue line by Thompson. And Thompson sends over to Coghlan now. Coghlan up to Gauthier. Gauthier on the left side. Back to Coghlan. Across to Thompson. Thompson throws it towards the net, but it's blocked. And Hutton gathers for the Panthers. Hutton back to Smith. Shot saved by Shesterkin, and Thompson does a good job of clearing the rebound out of danger as he sends up to Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow on the right side. Shot save. Rebound. And Knight freezes it as Zibanejad was hacking away at it. .256 left here in the third. Strome versus Barkov. Face-off won by Barkov. To Duclair, who gets it back up to Montour and across to Barkov. Barkov stood up by Runanen. Gortz goes and gathers for the Rangers. Circling back around. Gortz long pass to Dryden Hunt. Hunt by himself behind the defense. Shot saved by Knight on the backhand. Montour over to Reinhart and up to Duclair. Duclair hit by Runanen. Strome gathers the loose puck. Less than a minute to go. Dylan Strome moving in. Shot save. Rebound. Kajula couldn't get to it. That was his chance for the Hattie there. Duclair back the other way. Tries to make a move, but loses control of the puck, and Gortz will control. Oscar Gortz gains the blue line. Moving in. Shot saved by Knight. The puck deflects just wide. He made the initial save, but it popped in the air. And Gortz again getting so close to his first career goal as that's punched out by Knight on a shot by Hunt. Strome now loses it to Reinhart. Kajula takes it back. Strome takes it away from him. Kajula now, one last chance maybe for the Hattie. Spinorama, shot saved by Knight. And he will hold as Kajula is being called back to the bench. Lundell versus Zegras to the right of Knight with less than 15 seconds to go. So no hat trick tonight as Zegras wins it back to Keandre Miller. Miller just killing time. Moving in. Shot saved by Knight. And he'll freeze it with 7 seconds left. Lundell versus Zegras now. To the right of Knight. Face-off won by Zegras to Runanen. Tarmo Runanen. Shot saved by Knight. Robertson can't get to the rebound. Smith will clear from danger. That's your game. Rangers come down to Florida, win 3-0. Your number 3 star with a game-winning goal and a hit, Artemi Panarin. Rangers outshot Florida 41-11, outhit them 20-7, and won 13 of 24 faceoffs. They were also 1 for 1 on the power play, whereas Florida was 0 for 1. Spencer Knight, 38 saves on 41 shots, given the number 2 star. I don't know about that one. Number 1 star, though, no surprise, with 2 goals, including one of the power play variety, Drake Kajula. As the Rangers will now head home for a game to take on the Kings. All right. So the Kings come to Madison Square Garden with a record of 17, 13, and 3, but they're 3, 6, and 1 on their last 10. Rangers now 31, 2, and 1. Trying to think. Yeah, let's edit the lines. We're going to sit Thompson down. Put Bouchard back in. Take Gartz out. Put Thompson back in. So. All right. Ooh, the Rangers on paper are better in every category than the Kings. Just barely, but still. We'll see if we play another game after this. See how I feel. Kind of hungry. Kopitar versus Zibanejad, center ice. We are underway. Kopitar wins it back to Gustafsson. And up to Huberdeau. Goes down low. Zibanejad takes it away. And Mika sends it over to Fox. Up to Panarin. Back to Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller, a shot saved by Peterson. And he freezes the puck. So Zegras in the second line comes out now against Kopitar and the Kings. Face-off won by Kopitar again. Over to Pacioretty it goes. Poked away by Coghlan, and Zegras will find it and move up. Zegras has it poked away by Kopitar, who gathers in the corner, and it goes up to Huberdeau. Huberdeau hit by Bouchard. Coghlan will cut it off and get it in the trapezoid and send up to Zegras to start the breakout. Zegras back to Daniel Sprong. Back to Zegras. Shot. Oh, nice save by Peterson with the blocker. Bouchard now. Circling. Evan Bouchard, a shot saved by Peterson with the glove. And he freezes it with with 4:45 going. You see there, Huberdeau, 8 goals, 33 assists, leads the Kings in points with 41. Byfield versus Strome to the left of Peterson. Face-off won back by the Kings. Turcotte has it. Taken away by Hunt. Over to Runanen. And then Keith takes it away from him. Duncan Keith across the Byfield and up to Arvidsson. Stood up by Thompson. Hunt gathers, sends it across ice to Runanen. Up to Dylan Strome. Strome now on the right side. Slap shot blocked. Arvidsson gathers it off the deflection and sends up to Turcotte. Now back to Kajula. Kajula has it deflected, and away it goes to Arvidsson. Turcotte knocked away by Thompson. Puck deflects towards the net. Shesterkin is there, leaves it for Thompson. Thompson tries to get it to Strome. A little bit of a glitch there, though, as Strome was going for a change. And Keith gets it at center ice as it pinballs to Turcotte. And now the Byfield moving in by himself. Shot saved by Shesterkin. And Thompson gets the rebound. Another bad turnover. Arvidsson now down low. Shot saved by Tsar Igor, and he freezes it. And it looks like the rookie Thompson's going to come off the ice after a couple of real bad turnovers there. You see there, Panarin, 21 goals, 14 assists, leads the Rangers with 35 points. Barron versus Velarde. Face-off won by Velarde. Back to Walker, across to Anderson. Back to Walker at the point, down low to Velarde. To Maximov, moving in, knocked away by Fox. Adam Fox with the puck now. Gains the blue line, loses it to Kaliev. Kiliev hit by Barron. Gauthier will take it away. Goodrow does everything he can to keep it away from Walker, but can't. Velarde now stood up by Fox, and Miller gathers and sends up to Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow now cutting towards the center. Slap shot saved by Peterson. And Morgan Barron finds it. Barron moving in, and Morgan Barron scores! His 9th of the year. He just wrapped it around Peterson real nice, like he was putting a bow tie on a present. And he gives the gift of the Rangers. He gives the Rangers the gift of a 1-0 lead. Kopitar versus Zibanejad now. As we know, Goodrow will get one of the assists. And Miller the other. Face-off won by Mika back to Coghlan with less than 8 minutes left now here in the first. Bouchard up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere cutting in. Shot blocked. Never got through. Panarin down low. Puts it on net. Peterson will freeze. 7:05 now left here in the first. Zibanejad loses the face-off this time. Anderson has it. Turnover. Panarin. Shot saved by Peterson. It was his offhand, and so he went to the backhand. As now Kopitar will take on Zegras to the right of Peterson. Rangers up 1-0 on Morgan Barron's 9th of the year. Face-off won by Kopitar again to Doughty. Cross ice to Huberdeau. Huberdeau gets by Bouchard, but can't get by Sprong with the active stick. Up to Zegras at pinballs. Zegras slap shot, rebound. Bouchard there, fires, saved by Peterson. Now Robertson tries to get it to Sprong, but it was a little too hard for him. But then Sprong takes it back. Tries to get it across to Coghlan, but it's kept in and taken away by Pacioretty, who then pushes it back up to Huberdeau. He's hit by Bouchard, and Zegras gathers. Zegras up to Robertson. Robertson, little spinorama there. Has it knocked off his stick. Keandre Miller finds it. Sends up to Sprong. Over to Zegras. Taken away by Kopitar. Kopitar at center ice. Gets by Coghlan. Miller, active stick. Puck down low. Back to the point. It goes for Doughty. Doughty, his pass. I don't know where it was going, but Lafreniere happily took it. Alexis Lafreniere back now the other way from the top of the right circle. That's one rip save by Peterson. Coghlan finds it in the corner. And now has it taken away by Gustafsson, who sends it over to Doughty with half a minute to go here in the first. Velarde, hit by Coghlan, loses the puck to Miller. And quickly up to Zegras with only a few seconds left. Trevor Zegras now on the left side, moving in. Shot, save, rebound. Lafreniere couldn't get anything on it, and that's the end of the first period. At the end of 20 here at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers are up 1-0 on Morgan Barron's 9th of the year. Rangers out shooting the Kings 10-2, out hitting them 3-1, but the Kings have won 6 of 7 faceoffs. Zibanejad versus Kopitar at center ice. Face-off one back to Doughty. Doughty stood up by Zibanejad. Kopitar gets the puck, waiting for the Kings to get onside. They do. Now over to Pacioretty. And Pacioretty gets hit by Fox, or poke-checked, I should say. And the puck kicks over to Miller. Now up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere back across to Fox. Gains the blue line. Fox gets hit hard. Hard hit. Everybody seems to be okay. And now Zibanejad and Pacioretty are going to go at it. And again, this is why Mika leads the league in penalty minutes. And Pacioretty looking like a bobblehead with right hands from Mika. Oh, now there goes Zibanejad's helmet. And down goes Pacioretty. It's another fight win for Mika Zibanejad. Kopitar versus Zegras to the right of Peterson. Face-off one back to Doughty. He gets it up to Arvidsson after a good forecheck by Sprong. Now over to Huberdeau. Bouchard stands him up as Coghlan now will send it around the boards to Zegras. Zegras will double back the other way and sends over to Coghlan. Can't get it, connect on his pass, and it's taken away by Arvidsson, who gets laid out by Trevor Zegras. Zegras not usually known for throwing the body, but he had him lined up perfect there. As now Evan Bouchard moving in, shot saved by Peterson. And Gustafsson takes it away in the corner. Cross ice to Doughty. Up to Huberdeau. Huberdeau makes a move. Back to Arvidsson. Shot blocked. Nicely done there with the Ranger defense. So I think that was Miller. Or no, it was Bouchard who got his skate in there. Now the puck is loose. Gustafsson keeps it away from Strome, but it's intercepted by Miller the other way. 13.5 minutes left here in the second period. Miller gains the zone, but he gets pinched at the point. Arvidsson then gets hit by Sprong, but he gets it over to Doughty anyway. Doughty up to Keliev. Keliev hit by Fox. Arvidsson with the puck, though, poked away by Miller. Dylan Strome back the other way. Strome through center ice. Takes a shot, saved by Peterson with the glove, and he holds. 12:01 left here in the second. Morgan Barron versus Velarde. To the left of Peterson. Face-off won by Barron. Back to Ruunanen. Ruunanen a shot. Hits off of somebody. And Maximov gets it off the deflection. Maximov stood up by Thompson. Big hit there by the Rook. And Barron starts back the other way. He gets pinched hard. Thompson, though, the defenseman, showing off some good speed. Tries to crash the net. Instead, will take it around the net. He got hit, swarmed by 3 white jerseys. Now a shot, saved by Peterson. With 10:01 left in the second. Kempe versus Zibanejad to the left of Peterson. Face-off won by Mika. Back to Coghlan. Shot saved short side by Peterson. And he quickly freezes it and will do it again. Mika versus Kempe now. Once again. Face-off won again by Zibanejad. This time Coghlan, a little spinorama shot. And Coghlan scores! His 7th of the year. Zibanejad the only assist. Coghlan got the puck, and this time instead of immediately shooting it, he settled. Does a little backward spin. Moves closer in the slot. Picked his point. And picked his poison. As Peterson can't pick it off. Kempe versus Zibanejad now with 9.5 left here in the period. 2-0 Rangers. Face-off won by the Kings. As Hole has it and sends it over to Thomas. Thomas hit by Coghlan. Puck kicks down low to Bouchard, who sends it around the boards to Lafreniere. Lafreniere back to Bouchard. Moving through neutral ice. Bouchard, shot. Oh, and Evan Bouchard! His 3rd goal of the year, his 1st as a Ranger. Picks up the 3rd goal of the game. The Rangers are up by 3. Evan Bouchard. Peterson's going to wish he had that one back, but nice shot by Bouchard. 1st goal as a Ranger. Lafreniere and Coghlan the assists, as this one won back by the Kings. Strome takes it away from Holo and sends up to Dryden Hunt, who pushes it back to Strome. Dylan Strome back to Hunt. Hunt pushes it along the boards, but Huberdeau takes it away and up to Kopitar. Kopitar hit by Ruunanen. Kajula back to Ruunanen. Ruunanen now, slap shot, and Tarmo Ruunanen scores his 4th of the year. 3 goals by 3 different Ranger defensemen. And it's 4-0 New York. Tarmo Ruunanen showing off the blast from the blue line. Kajula the only assist. Kopitar wins another face-off against Barron. Duncan Keith has it poked away, though. As Gauthier fighting with him and wins the battle actually in the corner, at least temporarily. And now Gauthier hits him back to a little chippiness here between Keith and Gauthier as he gets it up to Huberdeau. Huberdeau hits Miller hard, though. Puck kicks down into the Ranger corner, and Fox will find it for Gauthier. 4 minutes left here in the second. Gauthier pass up to Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow putting on the brakes. Cutting in now. Oh, big shot there by Gauthier, or Goodrow. on Peterson looking for a goal. And now another one. Oh, and he hits the post. Oh, right where the post meets the crossbar. Barclay Goodrow looking to the skies. He wants one so bad. He hasn't had a goal in a month and a half. Yes, it's the first game against the Kings since being traded, but he played for the Oilers. Zibanejad versus Velarde to the right of Peterson. Face-off won by the Rangers. Zibanejad with it. Gets tripped up. And there's the call. Rangers, though, moving in down low. We're going to try and get the sixth man out here. It's Zegras as Bouchard just circling. Finds a lane, misses it high, and finally touched up with half a minute to go. Maximov trips up Zibanejad. And he'll go to the sin bin as the Rangers' top power play line comes out. Zegras with Panarin and Lafreniere. Sprong and Coghlan on defense. Sprong there, shot saved by Peterson. Only a few seconds tick away, and we'll do it again. Zegras versus Kempe. Face-off won by Kempe to Doughty. Over to Turcotte, and he sends it back up to Kempe, short-handed. He's going to get hit hard by Daniel Sprong. And Lafreniere will send it to Zegras, and he will just send it deep with no time left on the clock. At the end of 2 minutes, or 2 periods of play here at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers are up 4-0. Rangers out shooting the Kings 20-2, out hitting them 11-4, face-offs 12-6 in favor of the Kings. Zegras versus Kopitar. Face-off won by Zegras, back to Mika Zibanejad. Back to Zegras now, gains the blue line. Zegras circling. Looking for a lane. Still looking. Sends it back to Adam Fox. Pinching in. Shot saved by Peterson. A lot of time ticked off the clock there in the power play, but it was a good shot. Good opportunity there for the Rangers. Strome versus Kopitar now to the left of Peterson. So the Rangers send their second units out there. Face-off won there by the Kings, but good forecheck by Gauthier. Strome has it. Moving in. Shot hit off of somebody. Puck is pinballing around there. Finally, Caggiula comes away with it. Sends it back for Gauthier, but Kopitar intercepts. Then Strome pokes it away. Walker, and then nice job by Coghlan. He just took that away from Kopitar with authority. Coghlan shot saved by Peterson. And he holds with 6 seconds left on the man advantage. Kempe versus Zegras now to the left of Peterson. Face-off won by the Kings. Gustafsson sends it over to Hull. We're back to 5-on-5. Pass up to Turcotte. Now over to Maximov out of the sin bin. Moving in down low. Poked away by Lafreniere as Coghlan will gather. Taken away by Kempe. Back the other way come the Kings. Over to Maximov. He's hit by Panarin of all people. With 3:15 gone here in the third. And Panarin sends up to Trevor Zegras as he takes a hit. Zegras pushes it further along to Lafreniere. Back looking for Zegras, but it hits off the side of the cage. Panarin will gather the loose puck. And circling around, Artemi Panarin now moving in. And Artemi Panarin couldn't have placed that puck better. His 22nd goal of the year. And it's 5-0 Rangers. I believe Zegras will get one of the assists. Strome versus Byfield now at center ice. And Lafreniere the other. Face-off won by Strome, back to Ruunanen. Tarmo Ruunanen, who has a goal tonight, up to Dryden Hunt. Has it taken away by Arvidsson. Arvidsson up to Turcotte. Gets hit hard at center ice. The puck kicks to Hunt. Dryden Hunt over to Dylan Strome. Strome back to Ruunanen. Over to Thompson. Back to Ruunanen. And puck is left for Dylan Strome. Strome now cutting in. Can't get the shot off. And we're going to have a penalty against the Kings again. We're going to have some interference on Quinton Byfield. Strome versus Kopitar. 7 minutes gone here in the third. Rangers 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Face-off won by the Kings. Doughty with the puck. Chased down by Strome. But he gets it up to Kopitar. Kopitar short-handed. Gets hit by Fox. Kajula takes it away. And sends it over to Mika Zibanejad, who passes up to Strome. Strome on the right side, cutting in. Dylan Strome, and he scores! His 5th of the year. It's a power play goal. And the Ranger lead is 5-0. Wedgwood, who's now in for Peterson, kind of got hung out to dry there. Kind of surprised they made the goalie switch. It should be it's 6-0 Rangers. I'm losing track now. Zibanejad and Kajula with the assists. As Bouchard sends it up to Morgan Barron. Barron a shot, and that's why they pulled Peterson. Barron loses it. I'm losing track with scoring so much. You just keep winning. So much winning, you're going to be sick of winning. I forgot about Panarin's goal already. Panarin had the 5th goal. Barron versus Kopitar, and then Strome got his 5th of the year. That might have been it, and it's the 6th of the game for the Rangers. It's Kopitar circling behind his own net. Yeah, Wedgwood came in after the 5th goal by Panarin. Cross-ice pass to Doughty. Halfway through the third. Doughty has it poked away by Bouchard, and Barclay Goodrow gathers. Goodrow now loses control of the puck. Gustafsson takes it away. And he gets it over to Kopitar. Up to Pacioretty. Back to Gustafsson. Back to Huberdeau. Back to Kopitar. Shot goes high. Missed the net. Back in front. Tried to jam it on home, but Shesterkin was there, and he leaves it for Goodrow. Goodrow up to Miller. Over to Gauthier. Gauthier moving in. Shot saved by Wedgwood. Goodrow gathers now. Back down to Barron. Poked away by Wedgwood. Barron in the corner. Tries to get it to Goodrow, and Barclay Goodrow scores. His 3rd of the year. Nice to see that some unsung heroes in the Ranger lineup is getting some offense today. Goodrow, his 3rd of the year. And a 2-point game for him. Morgan Barron gets one of the assists. It's now Zegras versus Byfield. And Gauthier the other. So, even the 4th line contributing a few goals tonight. A face-off win for the Rangers. Coughlin with the puck. Tries to make a pass back, but Keith takes him out and sends up to Hull. Now over to Byfield. To Arvidsson. Arvidsson moving in. Good recovery by Bouchard with the stick. As the puck is left in the trapezoid, and Sprong now sends it around to Robertson. Robertson turns it over. Puck kicks to Hull. Hull moving in. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Turcotte now hit by Bouchard with 4 minutes left here in the third. Bouchard now up to Sprong. Tries to get it to Zegras, but it bounces off of him as he was tied up. It kicks around to Keith in the trapezoid of the Kings. Keith hit by Zegras. Turns it over to Sprong. Shot saved by Wedgwood. He got pulled as he got hit, and Byfield now starts back the other way. Over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson shot saved by Shesterkin. And he leaves it for Coughlin. Coughlin up to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad now along the left side. Puts on the brakes. Shot saved by Wedgwood. 7-0 Rangers. Keith with the puck. A minute to go here in the game. Kaliev sends it deep. Runanen goes and gives chase for New York. Runanen with the puck. Passes up to Lafreniere. It's deflected back to Runanen, and the Rangers are offsides. Nice, Christian. Good to hear, buddy. Yeah, Rangers won big tonight, 6-3. Tarasenko, after the trade, made his, scored on his 2nd shift as a Ranger. Maximov with the puck now for the Kings. Hit by Runanen. Thompson, the rookie, will send cross ice to Dryden Hunt. Who sends up to Dylan Strome. He gets pinched. Loses it to Walker. Sends across ice to Velarde. Velarde will send deep. Thompson will go and give chase and cut it off for the Rangers. Thompson now, long pass up to Dylan Strome, trying to get behind the defense. Cutting in, shot, saved by Wedgwood. 15 seconds left here in the third. I wouldn't say so, Christian, because the Blue Jackets we were in the same division, but the Blue Jackets are really, really bad. To have a rivalry, at some point, the other team has to be good. Shot by Runanen, saved by Wedgwood. Kajula finds it in the corner, kicks it back to Runanen. Puck in front of Wedgwood. He'll freeze it with 5 seconds left. Just because we're in the same division doesn't make us rivals, Christian. Velarde versus Barron to the right of Wedgwood. Rangers and Flyers are obviously massive rivals. Face-off one back to Walker. Pass up to Kaliyev. He will send it deep. That's your game. I think I'm like 32-2-1 now, Christian. Although we almost lost to Tampa Bay. That game went to overtime again. But we won it. We won with 12 seconds left in overtime. That was at the beginning of the stream. So your third star with a goal and an assist, Barclay Goodrow. Rangers out shooting the Kings 33-6, out hitting them 15-11. The Kings won 17 of 29 faceoffs, and the Rangers went 1 for 2 in the power play. Your number 2 star with a goal and an assist, Morgan Barron. And your number 1 star, it's Dylan Coghlan with a goal, an assist, and 2 hits. Well, nice multi-point night for several Rangers as they continue to roll through the holidays. And, well, when we play on Tuesday, oh, another injury, man. A lot of guys getting hurt. Did I put automatically? Oh, no. We'll just have to live with this for a little bit. A lot of guys hurt in the minor leagues in the AHL. But let's see. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, we're gonna have to wait for this game, Rangers versus Jackets, because I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I'm hungry. Played 4 games. We're not gonna play a 5th. So yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday, and then next week we'll have. Let's see, there'll be no stream next Wednesday. It'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week, because I have an acting thing on next Wednesday and every Monday. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a very good weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I hope and I hope, take care, take it easy. I will see you all. I'll see you all on Tuesday. So until then, have a good night. I'm gonna go get some chicken. Yeah, I'm not rooting for the Eagles, Christian. Not rooting for the Eagles at all. Oh goodness, sorry, dude. Sorry. But we'll see what happens. I just hope it's a good game. But anyway, I'll see you all on Tuesday. So take care. Good night, everybody.